Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Bash Scripting with macOS and Unix. In this episode we are going to have a look at loops in Bash shell. So the very first loop is until loop. So let us write code for that. This is our counter equals to 0 until $counter -gt 5. So until counter is greater than 5, do echo counter $counter counter plus plus done. Let us save this file. This is a very simple program. This is like until do and done. So it is going to print till counter is greater than 5. So it is going to print from 0 to 5. So let's go ahead and run this. Let us change the permissions first. Oops, it is saying that no such file or directory. What is the problem? Let us see. I have actually saved it. I might not have saved it in the right path. So let's say duplicate. Okay, I think that I have saved it in wrong path. Let us go to the documents, Ashwin data, practice, save. Let's delete the earlier file, move to trash, and this is the proc13.sh. So now let's change the permissions once again. Let's clear the screen and let's execute this. Okay, it is saying that unary operator expected. Let's try to execute it, and I think that there is some problem. So I'm going to go to the place here and let us see what is the problem. Okay, so here it is. It should be counter actually. I made a mistake in the spelling. Let's save it again and let's try to execute the code once again. So 0 to 5. So it is actually printing 6 values. Now this is do until loop. There are a couple of more examples. Basically there are 3 more examples. We are now going to see how to work with a bash for loop, and that is also quite easy. I will just go ahead and save this file as, okay, let's say duplicate. So now let us start writing the for loop. Writing for loop is quite easy. It is actually easier than any other loop in shell. I will say for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do echo looping number $I done. Save. So this is a simple for loop. So we are iterating I from 1 through 5 and we are printing that particular number. So let's run this, and here we have the output. Now let us see how we can compute factorial using loops. That is again quite easy. So I will duplicate this file and save it as proc15. ECHO, enter a number, let us say read num. Now factorial equals to 1. For I equals to 2, I is less than num, I plus plus, fact equals to dollar, fact multiplied by I echo dollar fact. Save. So here we have a number that we are reading as an input. Initially factorial equals to 1. Then from 2 to that number, we are multiplying fact equals to fact multiplied by I. And finally we get the factorial of that number. So let's clear this. Let's run this. Factorial of 1 is 1. Factorial of 2 is 2. 3 is 6. 4 is, 4 is 24. 5 is 120. 6 is 360, I guess. 720, sorry. And 5040, yes. So this is how we can compute the factorial. Now there is other way of computing the factorial using the while loop, and we are going to see that. Let's clear this thing before proceeding forward so that we will have fresh command prompt. Let's duplicate this. Practice 16. While $num -gt 1 do done. So we are going to write entire code in the while loop. Fact equals to dollar fact multiplied by num equals to dollar num minus 1. That's it. So we can actually have space for clear reading. This is the logic of factorial. Let's save it. 5, 6, 7. That's it. So this is how we can have factorial. So in this episode, we have learned how to use the various types of loops in Bash shell on Mac OS. Thanks a lot for watching this video. In case you want to download the code, please do check the description section. I have mentioned the link to the GitHub repository there. In the next episode, we are going to see how to compare the strings in Bash shell. Thanks a lot once again, and we will meet again in the next episode.